Why do we fear truth? Not abstract truth, not philosophical truth, but the truths that threaten something inside us, the truths that make us uncomfortable, the truths that force us to change. Why do humans cling to illusions, even when the evidence is clear, even when the facts are undeniable, even when the truth could save us? Because deep down, truth is dangerous. It breaks the stories we tell ourselves. It exposes the lies we use for protection. It challenges our identity, our morality, our place in the world. Think about it. We admire truth seekers in history: Socrates, Galileo, Spinoza, Hypatia. But we forget something. They were all punished for telling the truth, not because their truth was incorrect, but because it threatened the illusions that society desperately needed to survive. And here's the uncomfortable part. We are no different from those societies. Every civilization, every empire, every religion, every nation builds itself upon a mixture of truth and comfortable illusions. But so do we as individuals. We fear truth when it threatens the stories that hold us together. We fear truth when it demands responsibility. We fear truth when it forces us to become someone new. So today, let's explore the oldest question in human psychology. Why do we fear truth? And what does that fear reveal about who we are? Because understanding this fear isn't just about history, or philosophy, or the human mind. It's about understanding ourselves, and the answer may be more unsettling than you expect. Let's begin thousands of years ago, in ancient Athens. 1. Socrates, the man who told the wrong truth. Socrates didn't claim to know the truth. He did something far more dangerous. He exposed what others didn't know. He asked questions that made people confront contradictions in their beliefs, their institutions, their identity. His method was simple. What do you believe? Why do you believe it? How do you know it's true? This sounds harmless today, but in a society built on honor, myth, and social hierarchy, Socrates was a walking demolition crew. He revealed truths people didn't want to face: that politicians weren't wise, that generals weren't virtuous, that the gods could be questioned, that people lied to themselves about what they knew. Athens didn't fear a philosopher. Athens feared the destabilizing power of truth, and so they silenced him with hemlock. Not because the truth was false, but because it was unbearable. We admire Socrates now, yet if he lived today and asked us questions that exposed our own illusions, would we truly welcome him? Or would we fear him too? 2. Galileo. When truth threatens power. Fast forward 2,000 years. Galileo looked through a telescope and saw what was undeniably true. Earth was not the center of the universe. The evidence was clear. The observations were repeatable. The conclusion was unavoidable. Yet the church reacted with fury. Why? Because the truth Galileo found didn't just rewrite astronomy, it rewrote humanity's place in the cosmos. If Earth wasn't the center of everything, then humanity wasn't the center. And if humanity wasn't the center, then the stories that gave civilization meaning could collapse. The church didn't fear the telescope, it feared the implications. So Galileo was forced to deny his own discovery. He lived the rest of his life under house arrest. His truth was suppressed for generations. This fear isn't ancient. We still live with it today. Every new truth, scientific, social, psychological, is met with resistance. Because truth is not merely information. Truth is power. Truth is disruption. Truth forces re-evaluation. And humans fear disruption more than they fear ignorance. 3. Nietzsche. The fear of seeing ourselves clearly. Few thinkers provoked as much discomfort as Friedrich Nietzsche. He didn't tell people what truth was. He told them what truth costs. Nietzsche argued that many of our truths are actually psychological shields, stories invented to protect us from chaos, fear, and uncertainty. Morality, nationalism, social norms, even ideas of good and evil. He believed these were constructed to give humans comfort and stability. Because the real truth was too overwhelming. Life is fragile. Control is an illusion. Meaning is not given. It must be created. Nietzsche believed most people didn't want truth. They wanted comfort, and comfort requires stories. He wrote, "People do not want the truth. People want comforting lies." This wasn't a criticism, it was a diagnosis, and it feels as accurate today as it did in the 1800s. 4. Modern psychology: why the brain rejects truth. Today, cognitive science reveals that Nietzsche was right. We think we want truth, but the brain is built for survival, not accuracy. Psychologists discovered 3 major reasons we fear truth. A. Truth threatens identity. If I believe I'm a good person, and truth reveals I've hurt someone, the truth threatens my self-story, so the brain hides it. Denial isn't a flaw, it's a defense mechanism. B. Truth forces responsibility. If climate change is real, I have to act. If my relationship is failing, I have to change. If my career isn't meaningful, I have to confront it. Truth demands action. Illusion allows avoidance. C. Truth creates uncertainty. Humans crave stability, but truth often creates chaos. You're not in control. The world is unpredictable. People you trust can deceive you. Your beliefs may be wrong. Illusion gives certainty. Truth gives complexity. So the mind resists. The hidden pattern. Across history, when we step back, a pattern emerges. Humanity fears truth not because it's false, but because truth has consequences. Truth forces transformation, and transformation feels like death. The death of who we were, the death of what we believed, the death of identity. This is why civilizations fight against new truths. This is why individuals resist change. This is why progress is always accompanied by turmoil. Truth is not gentle. Truth is a revolution. So here's the real question. If truth is uncomfortable, disruptive, and painful, why should we seek it at all? Why not choose illusion? Why not live inside comforting stories? Why not avoid the truths that shake our foundations? After all, illusions can make life easier. They can make societies cohesive. They can protect relationships. They can preserve identities. So why pursue truth if illusion seems to cause less suffering? Because there is a deeper danger in avoiding truth. When we fear truth, we become prisoners of our own mind. We surrender to habits, beliefs, and systems that may no longer serve us. Civilizations collapse when they refuse to face truth. Relationships end when truth is buried. People stagnate when truth is denied. Societies fracture when truth becomes taboo. The question isn't simply, why do we fear truth? It's also, what happens when we refuse to face it? Truth may be unsettling, but without it, there is no growth, no wisdom, no progress, no authenticity. So the question becomes, what kind of life do we want? One built on comfortable illusions, or one built on clarity, honesty, and awakening, even when it hurts? That is the real challenge truth presents, not to our knowledge, but to our courage. Truth has always been humanity's greatest paradox. We claim to seek it, yet we run from it. We claim to value it, yet we punish those who reveal it. We claim to want clarity, yet we cling to illusions. But here is the deeper truth. We don't fear truth itself. We fear what truth demands of us, because truth asks us to evolve, to confront our contradictions, to let old stories die, to let new selves emerge. Truth is a mirror, and sometimes we're afraid of what we'll see. But every transformation in human history, every leap in understanding, every moment of growth, began when someone dared to face a truth others were afraid to acknowledge. The truth about the universe, the truth about power, the truth about ourselves. And now, the same question comes to you. What truth in your life have you been avoiding? What truth is whispering for your attention, but you silence it because it threatens change? The truth about your purpose, your relationships, your fears, your potential, your identity. Facing truth is never easy, but it is always freeing, because truth, even painful truth, cuts through the illusions that keep us trapped. It allows us to move forward, to live with clarity, to understand ourselves, to shape our lives intentionally. Truth doesn't destroy us. It destroys the illusions that limit us. And when those illusions fall away, what remains is something rare: authenticity, self-knowledge, wisdom. So ask yourself, what truth about yourself, your past, or your future are you ready to face now? Because in the end, we don't fear truth. We fear becoming the person truth would require us to be. And that is the beginning of transformation. If you found this exploration insightful, give this video a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Timeless Questions channel for more deep dives into philosophy, history, and human nature. Because the questions may be ancient, but the wisdom is timeless.